This might have nothing to do with classified documents or about classified intelligence that Bolton printed in his book. Trump Justice Insider Mike Davis says Democrats, rhinos, and reporters who think this raid on John Bolton is about his book will be very embarrassed when the search warrant becomes public. Primetime's hearing Bolton was making a lot of money from overseas and may have been trafficking in intelligence. That wouldn't be putting America first. Constitutional scholar Jonathan Turley, who we just heard from, says Bolton could be looking at up to 20 years in prison. So Bolton should take his own advice and take a big, beautiful, deep breath.
I think it's important that everybody take a deep breath here. This is a very serious matter, and it would be better.
It is deeper than you can imagine, ladies and gentlemen. The classified information that this guy was getting and maybe supplying, it's just deeper than what you could imagine. And we got some big breaking news on John Bolton. And then I also got, first of all, who would you guys like to see rated next? Many people cannot wait. They feel that this is the domino effect. This is something that people have been waiting for years, going on a decade. And now people are pretty excited to see what happens next. They thought that this was a good step in the right directions to raid a home, to get the warrant. But we're going to break all that down. But first, man, you guys got to see the information that we just got about John Bolton. Take a listen.
This morning, federal agents raided the home of Trump's former national security advisor, John Bolton. He wasn't shackled or arrested. He wasn't even home. Only his wife was. And for some reason, so was George Conway. The Daily Mail saw him lingering on the lawn.
I've driven by here thousands of times. Well, not thousands, but a lot, because my daughters have friends here in Bethesda and they go to school here, and I know where John Bolton lives. Everybody knows where John Bolton lives. It was a few minutes away, so I thought, wow, I just want to see what's going on.
Donald Trump was asked about the raid this morning, and just like Biden, he learned it when he turned on the TV.
No, I don't know about it. I saw it on television this morning. I'm not a fan of John Bolton. He's a real sort of a lowlife, and he's very bad at what he does. But he worked out great for me because every time he doesn't talk, he's like a very quiet person, except on television. If he could say something bad about Trump, he'll always do that. But he really doesn't talk. He's quiet. And I'd walk into a room with him with a foreign country, and the foreign country would give me everything because they said, oh, no, they're going to get blown up because John Bolton's there. He's not a smart guy, but he could be a very unpatriotic guy.
So Trump found out about the raid from Fox and Friends. So why was Bolton's house raided? Well, a few months ago, his security clearance was stripped, and sources say Johnny's been a bad boy with classified documents. Has he been stashing them next to his Corvette like the big guy, or hiding them in his stash? We hope not. That would be a crime.
I don't think he cared about the classification system. I don't think he appreciated the sensitivity of this information, and he didn't appreciate the sensitivity of how it was often acquired, the so-called sources and methods.
During the last raid, the FBI raided Melania's underwear drawer. I highly doubt they went through Mrs. Bolton's.
My house was raided also, called Mar-a-Lago. They went through everything they could, including my young son's room and my wife's area. They went through her drawers, as the expression goes. They went through everything you can imagine. And when she came back, she said, she's very neat, she's meticulous. And she looked and she said, whoa, this wasn't the way that she had it.
This video is brought to you guys by Noble Gold. We have a sponsorship. Let's go shout out to them. If you're getting close to retirement or just thinking ahead, you've probably done a solid job of saving. But there is much more that people just don't consider. How much money is just sitting in cash? It might feel safe, but holding on to cash guarantees one thing: you're losing purchasing power. That's why more people are looking at real assets like physical gold and silver to protect their savings. And one company that makes it easy is Noble Gold Investments. You can now buy gold or silver, coins or bars, and have them shipped to your home or stored securely. And they don't actually pressure you. Just solid information and real options. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com. Noblegoldinvestments.com. Go today to noblegoldinvestments.com. Yeah, so remember that video clip that we've played on this channel before. Now that we look at all of this and people are getting extremely mad about this because they're like, no, this is retribution. Is it though? I mean, do you guys remember the raid on Mar-a-Lago? Remember how they violated Melania Trump's room? They violated Barron's room. Straight up violation. But there's more, ladies and gentlemen. There is more. We got another big update as to what is happening next. Who is coming next? This thing is getting pretty crazy, man.
Do you think this is a prelude to Brennan, Clapper, Comey, a lot of the other rapscallions who conspired to sabotage a presidency?
I mean, look, I've been told, and I'm sure you've heard this too, is that the Trump administration is serious. The Department of Justice is serious. The FBI is serious about prosecuting the Russia collusion hoax. That is what it looks like. And when you kind of look at the whole thing, I mean, to some extent, they're making it up as they go along. But I mean, we had emails, we had intelligence released a couple of weeks ago that suggested that Adam Schiff, that a conversation with Adam Schiff where he said that they were looking for, you know, maybe not criminal prosecution, but possibly impeachment. That was way back in 2017. Get to 2019, they get that first impeachment, and you see Bolton again saying, you know, he's being.
It's all coming out. It is all coming out. I'm not excited. I should be. I'm not nervous. I'm excited. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This was unexpected. I didn't think this would happen. An indictment could be next. More raids. I think there's going to be more raids. What do you think? I mean, this is pretty crazy because Adam Schiff was in bed with all these guys. And these are the people, especially John Bolton, Trump's national security advisor, like literally a former Trump guy, turned on him. Where is Mike Pence, by the way? You all like this thing is getting heavy. This thing is getting heavy for the Democrats. It's getting real. It's becoming everything they've avoided or tried to avoid.
Very creative in his book, describing all the ways in which he thought that Trump should have been charged with impeachment, or the impeachment process should have gone, and criticizing the Democrats for making their scope too narrow. He wanted it to just be around a whole set of decisions that John Bolton happened to disagree with and make that the basis of impeaching the president.
Crazy. But another important video I want to share with you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying these updates because there's so much happening right now on the moving pieces. This is the F around and find out part that the Democrats are seeing here. But we got CIA news. And Jack Posobiec shares this on Steve Bannon's War Room. And you guys have got to check this video out. It's a very important video as well. Let's take a look at it.
Actually have an exclusive report on all of this that I haven't even posted on Twitter yet. Came in just as I was coming in to get ready for the hit here. So this is what I'm getting. This is going to be a War Room exclusive here from Human Events. That CIA director, John Ratcliffe, provided Kash Patel access to U.S. intelligence that served as the basis for the warrant to raid Bolton's house. So this is basically what we were thinking about, and this is an individual familiar is telling me this. They're saying Bolton disingenuously attacked Trump for mishandling classified information. It will go down as one of the most audacious and ironic acts of malice in political history. Bolton should have been throwing stones in his now raided glass house. And this was something, I think, Steve, you and I talked about it when John Bolton's book came out, that he was known for these yellow legal pads, that he would take notes during every single meeting that was going on when he was the national security advisor. And there were a lot of questions as to what exactly was the handling of those notes. Did those yellow legal pads make it home to him? And because there was a lot of information that was in there that also ended up in his book, which was publicized. And by the way, part of which was leaked to the New York Times, even went back to my own reporting on this, part of which was leaked to the New York Times before it even came out in publication. So there's a lot of questions about who leaked it in the first place. Was it leaked during that period where they're supposed to be scrubbing it for classified? And these yellow legal pads, what information did he take? Because classified information, here's a great example. So even if you don't have documents, if the information that you have written down on your documents is classified and you take your document home, that's still taking classified information out of a classified area. That's still taking it out of the SCIF. So if you're in a position like the Oval, if you're in the Situation Room, etc., you can't just take that home. And in fact, the information in your mind is still also classified. That's why you have a lifetime NDA. That's just the nature of classified information. So I know there's a lot of people who focus on documents. I'm certain I'm sure there's going to be documents that we're talking about here, but this is very clear. It's information that is classified, not a piece of paper.
Give me that from the CIA Director Ratcliffe again. Can you do that one more time? It's pretty amazing.
John Ratcliffe provided FBI Director Kash Patel access to U.S. intelligence that served as the basis for the warrant to raid Bolton's house. So these are documents, some kind of information that the CIA held that they were probably using that as a check to go into this warrant to say, these are the things you're looking for, that they provided, and this is going towards the probable cause for the raid that took place this morning. I believe is still ongoing.
Wow. Wow, 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 ladies and gentlemen. And it all leads back to this. Big breaking news. Again, Jesse Waters reveals that the FBI raided John Bolton's home because he was receiving millions of dollars from overseas. Prime Time's hearing Bolton is making a lot of money from overseas and may have been trafficking U.S. intelligence from these meetings, from these yellow notepads. So again, all these guys turned out to be the most corrupt. It's all coming back. It's all coming back. They were pointing the finger for years, trying to lock Trump up. And this is why. It's just so easy to see. But now it's coming into fruition, something that, again, they thought would never come out. They thought would never come out. But now it's coming out. Who is next?